Turki Alalshikh versus Haymon, and it looks like Haymon is on the losing end due to the price drop. Okay. The discount, the descuenta, the lowering of the price that makes it more appealing for the consumer of the sport of boxing. And I'm glad that this is coming. And it's not because I wish bad on Al Haymon or anything like that. It's not that. It's the fact that this is a result of what happens when you try to squeeze blood out of a turnip. You know, that greed factor, that greed element, you know, the desire to make more money per pay-per-view, and, you know, that promotes theft, that promotes illegal streaming, that promotes all types of other things due to those type of demands. See, I remember Turki Alalshikh saying that the Floyd Mayweather era, you know, was frustrating. And it was frustrating for more than one reason, because they jacked the price up so high because they tried to maximize their revenue. And I know they thought, and they, you know, and at that time it was okay, but you can't keep doing that for fights that don't mean anything. See, the minute you start making Gervonta Tank Davis fights $80, where his opposition isn't worth the shit, you're going to run people off. Especially when that leaves an opportunity for someone like Turki Alalshikh to come right on along and mosey right on in to lower the price and get everybody back up to par. So who's going to pay for that? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, Al Haymon knows that he should have got cheaper years ago. See, he could have wised up and said, listen, okay, this Keith Thurman versus Mario Barrios fight isn't worth this amount of money. This Canelo Alvarez fight that I'm putting on isn't worth this amount of money fighting Jermell Charlo. You know what I mean? It might be for maybe Crawford or someone that has something to lose. You know what I mean? That never took a loss, that there is some intrigue. But a lot of those fights weren't. They weren't worth the shit, and they weren't worth $80. Okay? So people got tired of that. And now Turki Alalshikh comes along and says, look, listen, how about $40? Let's chop that shit in half and make everybody happy. Across the pond, USA and the UK. Let's make it right and affordable for everyone that wants to watch the fight without breaking the damn leg. Okay? And that's what he did. So if it does put Al Haymon out of business, I think it should. I think it should, because he had a choice years ago where he could have understood and cared for the customer, and he did not, and it showed you he didn't. He was trying to maximize, well, if we get this many at this amount of dollars, we can do this, instead of cutting it in half and doing twice as much. You know, that whole argument that, oh, well, in Wimbledon, the UK, there's not as much because they don't charge as much. No, dummy. More people will watch it. That means it will do better. Damn the amount it is. How about the amount of pay-per-view buys you buy? If it's twice as much, you're winning. You see what I mean? So I think Al Haymon should have done this a long time ago. And because of that, Turki, you know, has done something that he's supposed to have done. You know what I mean? And I don't feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for it. And the prices, because they're lowered, it's going to promote sales, because people will look at it with a different eye. It will be easier to fathom, hey, how about 39? How about $40? Yeah, I'll pay $40. You got 20, I got 20, let's do it. You know, and then watch it without, hey, damn, man, that shit's almost $100. I think I'm going to pull out my Fire Stick and watch it. And you know what I mean? You know, so, and even with that, you don't get the quality, but yet you're not coming out of pocket either. So people will watch that scrambled piece of shit, whatever, jailbroke Fire Stick, and, you know, in sacrifice of saving $100. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sorry for it. This should happen. This should be a lesson for everyone that wants to be greedy, you know, to stop. But yeah, it should be that way. I agree. Turki Alalshikh is doing an amazing job, you know, and he cares for the consumer, as you can tell, because when you lower prices, you're thinking about something besides yourself. You're thinking about everyone else too. But you guys tell me what you think of Al Haymon suffering a possible defeat to the hands of Turki Alalshikh. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunched.